we just want to do these guys first and then go?
Yes.
So they don't have to hang around?
Yep. We're going to change our order of the agenda just a little bit. We've got a couple gentlemen here that we'd like to get business done with, and then they can be free to stay or they can leave. Jeff, you want to start off and introduce our candidates?
Casey, please stand, and
Where's Ryan? Did
no,
Ryan leave?
the other guy.
Ryan too?
Yeah, he had to go.
Casey, or Ryan, please stand. It's Casey Maxwell. He's. You guys are going to, I hope, accept him as a firefighter. It's Ryan Smith. You guys hopefully will accept him as the 3rd Battalion Chief. Also, you'll be doing Joe Skipper and Isaiah Stoller. He couldn't be here.
So
they've all passed everything to get this far.
Right. So we have 3 firefighters and 1 EC.
One BC.
All right. Thank you for attending, gentlemen.
Yep, thanks, guys. I make a motion to approve the hiring of the 3 new firefighters, Casey, Joe, and Isaiah, and the new battalion chief, Ryan.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any further questions from the board? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, thank you. Passed.
That's chief now.
Okay. Now, we'll get back on schedule here. We have minutes passed out from our October 27th meeting. I'll go over real briefly here. Okay, can I have a motion to pass the minutes from October 27th?
So said.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Motion made, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, thank you. Is that finance report?
Yes.
Out here? Yeah. I downloaded it.
Yeah, I checked it before. I'll make a motion to approve the finance report for September 2025.
I'll second it.
All right, motion seconded. Any further questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, thank you. We're back to you, Chief.
All right, you guys have the run totals in front of you. Total of 50 fire runs since the last meeting, 100 EMS runs, and 34 combination runs. In addition to that, not broken down, but there were 31 runs that Northwest made into our territory. In addition to the 43 mutual aid that we made either with them or East Central.
Okay.
And pull up the eye roll here. Sorry, I didn't have this on the handout. Today's been a little bit hectic. As of yesterday, we got 3 reports added that are minor deficiencies. They're all being addressed by their occupancies. We have been running 100% on the compliance rate, but these are not critical. They are just deficiencies that are being addressed.
Exit lights and silly stuff.
There was a duct detector that's not detecting. There was a latch that was latching open on the panic hardware.
So yeah, really minor stuff.
Yeah. This has been a hectic day. Randy knows where we've been all day. The 3 trucks that we put up for sale, they've got a couple of sniffs, but no real offers on them. We were told to wait a month or 2 to expect that, so nothing's changed on that.
Any word on the ladder truck and our rating, if we,
No, and that's just, yeah, there are too many variables in that for right now.
gotcha.
I really think it'd be really great to slide that over to the county for training purposes. That way nobody has to pull their out of service to go
No,
get truck training done.
that is an option. Keep in mind, the plan going forward is that next spring, all the entities in the county jointly will be putting on an academy, because we all need to hire. That is an option that could be used for that. Again, we've got ladder trucks coming from all of our surrounding first due departments. So,
I guess along the lines of vehicles, you want to update us on the BC vehicle?
BC truck has been purchased, delivered. We've got all of the quotes back on this outfitting it. All those have been ordered. The cap is probably going to be the longest thing out, because the cap is color matched to it. So that's going to be a few weeks out. But the radios, the striping, the slide out tray, all that stuff is being ordered.
The radios are about a month to a month and a half, isn't it?
I don't think they're that long,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll probably have the radios and the lights and sirens all done at the same time, just to do it all in one trip charge.
What about 240, the process of 240 and the renovations, anything new?
We've got a meeting with the architect next Thursday.
That should be a preliminary drawing then.
Yeah, we'll have more to talk about after that. She was out to 240, got the layout there. We took her to base 190, the newest station in the county, talking about what is there and why. And being the first fire station she's worked on, she really learned a lot. But she gave us every indication that it's definitely a doable project. Working good with Springfield Township. They had was a meeting room for themselves, and we're going to be able to accommodate that.
Have we talked to them about costs, or are we gonna foot the whole thing?
That's you guys' level.
Have we at least brushed it past them?
Just in general concepts, they've agreed to look into it and are willing to pay their share, but we have no idea really what either one of us are looking at cost-wise.
Yeah.
And
At least just my thing is just make sure that they, see what their intentions are with it. That's
Right.
all. I mean, I don't think it's gonna stop the project by any means.
No.
I was curious.
They were tickled, we were surprised, but they were tickled when they brought up to us, and Jeff was talking to them too, that it's just, they said, gosh, you're gonna do all this, and we agree with you, but
It's nice to have
did
an
you think
entity
about
that
putting
agrees.
a meeting room or a larger room on? We'd like to have something bigger for our use. We all, well, we're open to it, and now's the time to do it, not later. So, but yeah, they're open to it and positive, but like I say, we don't even have a clue yet, cost-wise.
Not there yet.
No. Think of anything else, or?
No, I can't, but
I
My brain's frozen.
It may come up and it may not.
Yeah.
Okay, in the old business, the status of interviews and hiring, as we saw, we just got our firefighters. We still have openings for, I don't think we're gonna put anything up yet the rest of this year, right, for postings, but
No.
we'll have some for next year.
Are we gonna wait till the spring to do it so that they can go through that academy, or are we gonna basically in January look to start another hiring process? What's your thoughts?
I want to see what we're going to do countywide, how fast we're going to be ready to run the academy. We could still put together a process to hire current firefighter EMTs, but this academy would take somebody and train them.
Well, I mean, I think you still want, I mean, obviously we wanna hire more and we want more firefighter EMTs in the stations. You know, my opinion is maybe January we start looking at doing another start. I know you're probably exhausted from being run ragged with these things, but if we truly wanna start catching up and start building up, I think January would be a good, obviously this month's not good, December's not good. But start a new process in January and see if we can get a couple more to fill some of these voids that we have. At least that's my opinion on it.
No, we're also looking at opening it up for part-timers too.
Good.
So that will be a little bit of a cushion.
Okay, you want to, well, I guess we know, but bring everybody else up to date on our fire marshal.
We plan to fire marshal for next year, and with trying to move as fast as possible, put out the applications already. We've got one applicant that qualified highly for that, and we'll be bringing him to you guys for the next meeting. And that fire marshal is going to be somebody that's going to be able to, institute a fire inspection program for our district. Right now, I can only do the certificate of occupancies. I have not done a straight inspection. And the sooner we can stop letting that stuff fall through the cracks, the better and safer it is for everybody.
I know, Chief, that we looked or considered before even splitting one with Northwest, but that just with what they've got going on and what they've got projected coming up, it just wasn't gonna work.
Well, it was, yes, you said it very well, because January 1st, Fort Wayne is no longer gonna cover the Parkview facility, and that's gonna fall on them. And that is a huge undertaking just in itself. So their fire marshal isn't gonna have the time to help us. East Central's doesn't have the time to help us. We need one.
Yeah, and the opportunity presented itself, so we'll find out next meeting. Is there anything else under old business?
I don't think so. You wanna do the finance report?
We already did that.
Oh, sorry.
I think you were looking for your notes. Anybody else have anything for old business? Okay, new business, the Grabill station, the roof status. We've gotten the bids in. They were given to the three owners of the property, and it's my understanding that they are setting up a meeting between the three of them to decide either which one. We got two bids on a roof and one on a stairwell to either accept it as we like, or they'll choose one roofing and we'll take it from there.
So what, it's gonna take us another 7 months to get this figured out?
No, we're gonna, if nothing else, we might turn around and do it and then basically back charge them.
What three entities, remind me, are owners of the Grabill station?
Cedar Creek, Grabill, and Springfield.
Okay, and we've been waiting for, I don't know, a year now to try and get this done. And we finally we have to ultimately put an ultimatum out there that we need this figured out by this date, and then we get yelled at for doing that, and we've waited a year and a half for this. I mean, these entities, we're not looking to renovate that building to make it enormous. We're looking to make sure that this station is in good working condition.
Right.
I mean, I invite anybody in the public to go over and look at that station and tell me that that is suitable for firefighters and EMTs. And the fact that we can't even work with 3 entities to get a roof approved that has needed it for years, it just infuriates me. And then to get yelled at when we try and get the ball moving, and we've got 3 entities that we've been trying to get together to get this fixed, and every turn again we're fighting. Whether it be people not responding, whether it be people asking questions, I get the questions part of it, but not responding. It's their building too, and these firefighters deserve better. They deserve a lot better. And
I don't
we
think
need
you'll see any opposition here on the board to that.
we need to do better, just like the entities need to do better to take care of these guys.
Right.
And I think we are doing a good job. We are really moving this district forward, and we're moving it forward with a lot of fights from a lot of different angles. And it's time for this area to start getting behind us.
Right. Well, I think we'll have, I'm hoping, a positive answer here before the end of the year, but we'll find out.
Just
Just be
if we
noted
can,
that Springfield did respond back to your first letter.
Yeah.
it just amazes me that Springfield, we work in my opinion, we've worked really well together. The add-on to the station went off like, clockwork to get this started. Obviously, there's going to be bumps and bruises there. But then we go to this Grabill station, and it's taken us a year and a half. It took us, 3 months to get everything figured out for the Springfield station? And it's taken us a year to a year and a half to get a new roof on a station? Something's got to be fixed. And it's infuriating me. And then to sit there and say and accuse us of giving them short timing, they've known for a year and a half. I'm pretty open. Anybody can come talk to me. I'm more than willing to talk to them. But the fact of the matter is we're trying to get the ball rolling for these guys in the stations to have a better station. And we have somebody sitting there and tell us that we didn't give them enough time. We gave them a year and a half. It's time to start giving these guys what they need, and it's time to start getting them the facilities that they need. And if we can't do that, then we're going to have to look at other options and leave that station to them, because I'm tired of having to fight 3 entities to get things fixed over there.
That outside entrance is pretty well unusable almost, isn't it, right now?
I
The
wouldn't
outside entrance,
I wouldn't step on it.
I was gonna say, it
Oh,
goes-
the fire escape.
Yeah.
It's less than ideal. Yeah.
So if somebody would get hurt, we could hold a lot of people's name on the board.
Including ours.
Yeah.
But we've got to either get no responses, or we got to get, people fighting us, and it's not solving anything. We need to figure out a way to get this solved.
No, like I
So
say,
hopefully, Randy, you can get things solved here. But
like I
but-
say, I'm hoping to have a positive report on that
That meeting
come to
was-
our December meeting.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
hoping that's the case. Just, we need to get this station fixed up. It needs to be in better condition.
Absolutely.
For everybody's information, it should be December the 4th at 7 at Grabill Town Hall, right, Scott?
Yep. Yep. As far as, that's what Jesse told me, December 4th, 7 p.m. Grabill. All 3 entities, I believe have approved and said they'll be there.
Good.
Good to hear.
All right. Anything else under new business?
You're done with that then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've got it off.
Sure.
One of the things, and I did not get you guys a printout. We county did not get the grant for the monitors, the life pack monitors for the
Oh, okay.
paramedics. That's official now that we did not get it. There's money that, according to Chief Maston, could be spent otherwise on a few things that we were looking towards for next year. And now that money can go towards the grant if we get it next year. We're gonna reapply for the grant, but we can use the money that we had for that this year. So it's 13. Let me get a number here. He's got a software called Operative IQ. This is, and he's not here tonight, he's teaching a class, or he'd be presenting this himself. It's got to do with our narcotics inventory and our license. It's something that is pretty important, especially if the DEA comes around. That is about $12,500. The RTF gear, Rescue Task Force, RTF. This is if there's an active shooter. The people that would respond from us going in behind the police officers need bulletproof vests. We had some, they are expired or expired at the end of this year. He's got $6,500 for that, to replace those, to have enough for 2 on each ambulance. Med car, there'd be a total of, and the battalion chief, there'd be a total of 11 sets needed.
Jeff, have you talked to the county, because every year they do orderings for vests, and if there's like a bulk ordering special or anything, is that something that
Well, I
we
don't
can
know
maybe
if-
get in with? Because I know I'm scheduled for a new vest this year, and I know there's a list of 25 to 30 guys that are. I'm wondering if we can work with the county and maybe talk with them and see if there's something we can do for,
Are they ordering them between now and the end of the year?
yes.
Well, what I do know is he is working with Chief Roy, or Deputy Chief Roy at Northwest to put
Maybe.
in an order with them.
I'll have to bring it up to my captain and see what, I'll call him tomorrow
Yeah.
and see, and, see if there's any kind of discount you can get for a larger majority of vests, because I think it would be fiscally responsible for both the sheriff's department and us, and Northwest if they want to get in on it as well.
Yeah, so that would be about 65. And then there's a device called a Lucas device. It does CPR in the place of us doing CPR. He wants to get one more unit. Would have one on each first out ambulance that way. Fort Wayne sends an ambulance and 2 engines if there's a full arrest, for a total of 10 people. They won't transport a person while you're doing CPR. They'll do CPR for up to 45 minutes on the scene. If you get pulse back, then they'll transport. If you don't, then they'll call it. But the amount of manpower we would need to have 45 minutes of CPR, when each person does a 2-minute cycle and then you take a rest. Again, that's why Fort Wayne sends 10. We're lucky sometimes to get 4. So, and now that will go up as we keep hiring.
Sure.
That device is 60. $26,500. So we've already got 2 of them, but we've got 1 ambulance without. That total then would be what we'd be using that had been earmarked for the monitors. That we'll just be swapping stuff we would buy this year for stuff we'll buy next year.
Is the NAC software, is that a one-time cost, or is that gonna be a annual cost for the narcotics? Is that just a upgrade in software that costs us $12,500, or?
Let me get a hold of Ben and ask that. What he's got, and I'll read it to you here. An operative inventory management system that other districts and territories have all implemented. We're the last one to do it. We need an inventory management system for a long time. And with narcotics now being under our own license, it is more important than ever to get this locked in. This program is administered through our medical supply provider. They actually do a rebate program based on the amount of supplies we purchase, so this cost can be rebated back to us. Scott, do you know anything about that operative IQ?
I
You
don't,
know, the paramedics
but I
that-
heard you say it was for the DEA, and I'm telling you, you don't mess with them.
Right.
But I don't know much about that program.
Okay.
So we don't know if it's a monthly or if it's a
Well,
one-time.
hopefully it's not annual or not.
Yeah. Let me make a call to him real quick.
I have a feeling if we don't have it, and the others have it, this may just be a one-time purchase to get it, and then we may pay for.
Hey, real quick.
I know.
Operative IQ.
I know DEA,
Right.
Or is that a one-time
with our canine stuff and the narcotics we get from the DEA for training, they're no joke. They don't mess around.
Yeah.
You screw up and they will not make your life easy.
Yeah, you don't mess with them.
But then they have that rebate program that if we spend at certain levels, it triggers rebates back.
I was gonna say, we're gonna get a tutorial anyway.
Okay, Ben,
Yeah,
go ahead.
okay, so this program is a license that you pay yearly for. This first year, it's $12,000 because there's a $3,000 charge for the education and setup. After that, it'll be annually at roughly $9,000. Now, Boundtree has a rebate program that if you spend at certain levels, it rebates back a portion of that license to the point that if you spend enough, the license could potentially be $0. And so far, I've hit my limits on spending for the last 2 years, so I don't think that will be a problem. The other districts are in the same program and hit their limits, and we're actually the last one to decide whether to go with it or not.
Okay. All right, thanks, Ben.
And
Yep,
then
thanks, I
obviously
appreciate it.
later, when we merge, limit's not gonna be an issue. If one of us is hit it, then all of us will hit it really easy.
Once we merge to one, I don't think we'll have any problem at all.
Well, also then would only be having one license, correct?
Right, it'd
Instead
be
of
one
5
license.
licenses.
Yeah, it'd be one license. Now, it is user-based, so obviously that would increase in scale as we're all one, but still, it'd be just one instead of multiple.
Okay.
I got a question for you.
What?
I got a question for Ben, you guys know that.
Yeah.
Ben, do you remember when the last time we got the Lucas devices, 1 or 2?
Say that again, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Do you remember when was the last time that Lucas devices were bought?
Yeah, we bought 2 demo units, and that was when we were a territory, so I would say 23.
Didn't Springfield pay for one of them, or a good share of one?
Yeah, Springfield paid, I don't remember if they paid for one complete one. I think they did, but they did put money towards one of the Lucas. I think they did buy one because we would keep one on the base 240 ambulance because they paid for one. So yes, they did. I forgot about that.
Thank you, that's what I saw. Mark, you said you had yes too, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So Jeff, you ultimately, you want 12,500 for the software?
Yep.
And what was the name of the
Yeah.
software one more time?
Operative IQ.
And Northwest, East Central, all of them are operating on this system too?
Yes, Northwest is, they were the next one that did it, and they've got it set up, but they're putting on the finishing touches. Southwest and West Central, I think, did it last year. Theirs is up and running. They love it. And East Central also did it. I don't remember when they put theirs in, but they also have it running. So we're actually the last ones to do it.
Well, I'll make a motion to purchase the software Operative IQ for $12,500.
Do you want to do each one of those separately, or?
We'll do the program first and then we'll do the Lucas devices.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there's a motion for the Operative IQ software. Is there a second?
Yes.
Okay, Chris, thank you. It's motion seconded for the Operative IQ software for 12,500. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay.
Then I'll make a motion, it's a Lucas device.
Mm-hmm.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of a third Lucas device for us at the cost of $26,500.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded for the Lucas device for 26,500. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you.
Got the bulletproof gear
Lucas.
to get to.
And then we have now the RTF vest.
I think
Do
just
we
need to
wanna-
stand behind Brandon more when he was.
I was gonna say, do we want to see if we find
I'm
out
used to that.
anything from the county? As a cheaper price?
I will,
Well,
So
if
you
it's
wanna-
cheaper, approve this,
If it's
you know, up
cheaper,
to.
And
yeah.
up to this and
that's
that.
fine, I'll
Yeah.
call my chief tomorrow and, or my captain tomorrow and see if he can give me any answers.
Okay, say that, or like Chief suggested, we could just say.
I think we
up
just
to
approve to
65.
up to and
Yes.
then
Right.
go from there, that's fine with me.
I'll move to, give you approval to purchase the RTF gear for 6.5K.
Okay. There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Chris? All right. We have a motion and seconded for purchase of the RTF vest up to $6,500. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay.
All right, Ben, they passed. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Thanks, Steve.
Ben said thanks.
Have a good night, Ben. Happy Thanksgiving.
He's teaching.
Oh, glad you caught him.
Yeah. Well, he said he'd be available if we had a question.
Okay.
I'm glad we called.
Yes.
I could not have answered that one.
Okay,
Chief, I got two questions for you under new business. First one is we talked about the Gator
Yep.
and the need for a replacement. Do you want to talk about that today or wait?
No, that's where I was trying to find the last quote here. Yeah, for your information, guys, we've got 3 pieces of equipment that the territorial district bought back in 1996. One of which is the Gator. The other 2 are the twin tankers. That Gator definitely gets used countywide. What we're looking at, do forgive me, I wanted to have this printed out so I could you have one of them printed out. There you
Did we buy the trailer at the same time we bought the Gator, I'm assuming?
That would be a you question.
I'm sure,
You've slept a couple times since then.
I'm sure they did, I mean, back then,
So the trailer's as old as the Gator then?
good chance.
Solid chance.
I know Jeff and I had talked about it, the chief and I had talked about it after everybody had gone. We utilized that Gator quite a bit, with the new Gator that he has in mind. It's gonna take maybe a little bit bigger trailer. So I told the chief, I'm fine with us looking to get a combo with the Gator and a trailer, but if we need a bigger trailer, you know, definitely we should look into trading in what we can, get what we can out of it, and then go with a bigger trailer, because we're gonna need, and when I brought it up, it rang a bell that, you know, there's other uses for a little bit, a bigger trailer that he could utilize, and as we grow, we're gonna potentially need a little bit bigger trailer to move some items and move some stuff. So that's kind of what you and I discussed.
The Gator, the Polaris, the Ranger will fit on the trailer.
It will fit on the existing
And
trailer.
that trailer, I just found the title, or the record. It's a 2008.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not that old.
Okay, that's fine if you don't want to do it. I was just saying that if that trailer was in something that we needed bigger, I'm fine with that.
After our conversation, we think it should be okay.
Okay.
But we did talk about the other uses or the other potential pieces of equipment to carry on it. I was planning on coming back to you with another request if that was needed. We're still working out the logistics of that other equipment.
So for now, at least, to replace the Gator, the Polaris will fit the current trailer.
Mhm.
So we'd be okay at that point, and then maybe get a bigger trailer and trade that one in on it.
Yep.
Okay.
You might wanna have that trailer serviced, I don't think it's ever been done.
Well,
Maybe over in Whitburn there.
Yeah, that's where it came from, was Bridges.
Yeah, just maybe have them.
Well,
check it
just
serviced.
have the trailer looked at, and if it's in good working order, then obviously, you know, but if we're gonna put a brand new Polaris or Gator or whatever on that thing, I wanna make sure that it's roadworthy and we're not gonna have issues with it. So, something just I thought we could look at with trailer wise, but I agree that it's time for a new Gator. I know, I've personally seen it used quite a few times, to assist, and I think this new one would be definitely utilized just as much.
Oh, yeah. And the skid mount that'll go in this new one, it'll have the ability to carry a backboard also, which we don't really, I mean, we can jury rig it, but we don't really have that capability now. So this will be firefighting and EMS with our trails, with Matea Park. There's a need for that. One of the trainings we did earlier this year was a hunter with a tree stand accident. And yeah, that will definitely come in handy in something like that.
Okay.
We've had farmers, I mean, I've been out on farmers who had an accident while they were out in their fields, and, you know,
Well,
definitely.
just having it to navigate Grabill Days Parade.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you can't get a fire truck down in there sometimes with that.
Well, that's,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Or
Grabill
Harlan
Days,
Days.
Harlan Days,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
The Freedom Festival at the park
Yep.
over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you gonna come with numbers for us the next meeting, or do you have something now?
I've got it right now.
Awesome.
Polaris has a deal, if you buy, actually, you wanna talk about this, Ron?
Got the hots.
You gotta come up front.
Yeah, you make it on camera.
Ron did a lot of the legwork on that.
Okay.
So it's the Polaris government deal. They mount it, it comes with the mounting hardware, all that stuff. What was the question you had? Sorry.
I guess basically we're looking
Explain
at numbers and what.
numbers and.
So,
all it
numbers, I
does.
don't have the numbers handy.
I've got the final price here. It'll be, let's just say 35,000.
So that includes, the upgrade, the only upgrade that we had was the windshield, basically, you know, for obvious reasons. It's, you know, it's pretty basic unit, there's no doors on it, nothing, no hard doors, there's the safety restraints obviously, but, and then is it 6 or 9 horsepower pump, I don't remember.
6 horsepower pump.
And 75 gallons of water.
That's not listed here, but actually I think it's 65, isn't it?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I could find it.
But it's more than what we're carrying now,
Okay.
which is about 50. So.
That's just water or like cap systems?
No, it's just water.
So is that price everything? We don't need to have any extras or anything like that?
Hard to believe as it may be, Polaris has options for everything.
Yeah.
We cut a lot of their options. The only thing we would probably get would be a winch and a floodlight, but not through Polaris. That'd be aftermarket.
So is it ever, will we have everything we need? There's a lot of wants.
What
but
we
do
have
really
right
need-
now, this price here is already gonna be more than what we've got with the current Ranger. We'd have to add on the winch,
How much did you say it was?
35,000.
That's the Polaris unit, the Q-Tac pump,
The skid mount that goes
skid
in.
mount, and the hardware that requires to mount that unit.
Are we trading in the Gator, or what's the plan with that?
They didn't give us anything on trade-ins, did they?
We didn't
It's 30 years old.
we didn't even look into it.
What are we planning on doing with it? Because I don't want to see it just sitting around.
I don't know. The Gator is the only thing that I really don't know who has title to it, if it's titled at all. It might still belong to the volunteers. Did they buy it, or?
Yeah, back then they would have.
Well, if that's the case, we can turn it back over to the volunteers and they can sell it. If that's going to be the case, I was just hoping we could trade it in and get a little bit off.
Another discount, yeah.
We have found the title for every vehicle but that.
Well, we still need to replace it. It's
Oh, yeah.
done its job.
And we're getting something better.
Yeah.
6-wheel is now.
No, four-wheel.
And the suspension's gonna handle it.
That's what it's rated for. It's of all the ones that Chief Smith compared it to. It's got the highest clearance. It's got the same or higher load capacity of all the other ones, and the only thing it didn't max out on was the towing, and we don't tow anything with it. Yeah, but the load capacity, it was rated the highest of all of them.
Huh.
Equal to or higher than all the rest.
Been a while since I bought one.
Was that 1,000 or 1,500?
1,000.
1,000.
1,000, yeah, yes, 1,000.
Is that the model? What's
Yeah.
the 1,000?
No,
Mhm.
no, yeah, it's engine size, absolutely. It didn't come with a winch.
Well, you could,
Everything's an option.
everything's an option.
But if we're trying to save money, I'm guessing that we could probably get it cheaper someplace.
It's an aftermarket one, yeah.
As long as we do it the right way. You know, that's the big thing, is I want to make sure that we do it the right way. I'd rather spend the money and make sure it's right than,
Well, we can
Jerry rig
hold this off till next month.
It's a pretty simple
And check that.
process. I've had 3 or 4 Polaris, it's got one current.
Yeah, I've got one too. I love mine.
The winch is easy, some of the other stuff is not.
Mhm.
well, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of a new Polaris at $35,000.
There's a motion, is there a second? Okay, Brian, motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. Anything else, Chief?
I'm done.
One more thing, I have a question for you, Chief, and I don't know if you know the answer. I know with districts, and we're coming together as one, what's the status on St. Joe and their contract with the city? Because some point, I'm guessing when that all comes down, when this whole districting thing comes down and we're all one, St. Joe's gonna have to be incorporated into that. And they're not gonna be part of the city the whole way. Have we heard anything about what their plans are?
I have not seen it anyplace in writing. I was told last week that St. Joe, or Fort Wayne is not gonna renew with St. Joe.
So ultimately, that's gonna leave us and East Central to basically pick up
Well, that was brought
in
up.
Northwest. So the three entities that touch it are gonna have to ultimately encompass the part of the county, because city will still respond to inside the city,
Inside
St. Joe.
469.
It'll just be us having to respond to the outside, like the trailer park on DuPont Road, Foxwood,
Acacia.
all that. So I'm just curious as to what the plan is. Are we gonna redraw the lines and Northwest takes DuPont Estates and that, and then we take that chunk?
Well, I can tell you that this was brought up at a couple of the different meetings. It was not talked about today, but the commissioners know that that is an eventuality. What we haven't heard anything from St. Joe Township.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, after seeing, and it's not a knock on the Fort Wayne Fire, but TRA, and seeing 45-minute to an hour response times for an ambulance out in St. Joe District, I came to you, what was it, last year, and said we need to petition to just see if they'll let us take over at least our portion of it, or the portion that we touch, because it's not good for the residents. It really isn't. And I mean, St. Joe needs to understand that, it's all about, I get that they want to save money and all that, but I can tell you, I firsthand saw it on multiple occasions.
Oh, yeah.
And we could have easily called for Northeast, Northwest, or East Central, and they would have been there within 10 minutes. And, it's something that we need to look into, because they're ultimately going to have to be encompassed into us anyway.
When does that expire?
I think it's 31 December, the end of the
Of
year.
this year?
I think so. But that's just, I have not seen any of that in writing. And that's something that, whether it's the county as a whole or just us moving forward, you guys will have to make that arrangement with St. Joe Township's people.
Do you think that we can incorporate them and we can respond? I mean, obviously we're going to respond faster than 45 minutes, but do you think that's going to overwhelm us, or do you think we can handle it?
Well, the overwhelm part, I think Fort Wayne makes roughly 2 runs a day into that area, the whole thing. That's the last numbers I heard, at least I remember. Especially the way you said it, if it's split between the 3 entities, that should be doable.
Well, I mean, that just seems to be the logical thing to do.
Well, yeah, because 190 is straight down to that north part where the trailer park's at, and a little bit.
You just redraw the lines to this,
Roughly the river.
you redraw the lines to the area that's, touching, and that's your response areas, but you don't think it's gonna overwhelm us? You think we can handle it?
Overwhelm? Probably not. No.
It'll just add call volume to
Well,
us.
that call
run volume.
volume, hopefully as we increase manpower, those go hand in hand. But
Well,
then,
I think
whatever arrangement is made, before we get consolidated, you guys will have to decide, along with them, what's an agreeable,
Compensation.
yeah.
Well, you figure they should probably get the ball rolling on that, because if they're gonna lose coverage in December, we're gonna end up having to go in there anyway. Ultimately, because the city's not gonna come out of the city, it's gonna end up being us that are gonna have to respond to that, and so hopefully we can get that figured out with St. Joe.
Prior to this happening, a few months back, Chief Hale and I stopped in there to talk to their trustee, and we never got a chance to talk to her, so. That was only one attempt, but, yeah.
Well, I guess I can't really put it on you, it's gonna be on her, but ultimately, we're gonna be the ones having to respond, because we have larger majority of area that we would have to cover
Touch to it.
in St. Joe.
You brought it up, have you seen anything on that, or just heard?
Just
Yeah,
heard.
'cause that's, I have not seen it either, but I just heard about it.
So, but if they're not gonna re-up with the city and the city's not gonna or the city's not gonna re-up, they're gonna ultimately need EMS and fire service, and that's gonna fall on the county to
And that's-
respond to that, and ultimately we will take the biggest chunk of that because we have the biggest area covered
We're
touching
the
us.
biggest border with them.
Yeah,
The thing I
so,
don't know for sure is, because it doesn't make sense that they waited this long. I don't know, I was told that it was December 31st of this year. If it's December 31st of next year, that's a little bit longer, a little bit reasonable. I just don't
I had
know
heard
what
that
their
it-
plans were.
I had heard this year was the end of their contract.
That's what I heard too, I've never seen it anyplace.
I mean, maybe all what I heard is wrong, but I had heard this is the end of the contract, and if that's the case, we need to get the ball rolling on talking to her and the trustee and try and get it figured out to work with them, and, you know, obviously we want their residents to have good service. And they will if the contract ends or not, we're still gonna go in there, we're still gonna assist them, and we're gonna take care of the residents of the county. It's just, you know, it'd be nice to get it in writing that that's what the trustee wants, to do.
Mhm.
So I was just seeing if you had any idea what was going on there.
No,
No?
I do not.
I'm gonna see, I use that as a case study. I'm gonna see if I have the original date that flipped over, and that'll give
Okay.
us an idea of when it might end.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a minute, don't wait on me.
Well, we won't be making a decision tonight anyways.
I know Scott was talking about one, brought up a trustee meeting, and yeah, they were very non-committal about how they wanted to go.
Well, ultimately, they're not gonna have a choice to join the county at one point, but, you know, it'd be nice if we can go to them and we can figure it out, and we can work as a group to figure out the best way to service the area that's in the county in St. Joe. You know, and obviously we are more than willing to help them I personally say we are more than willing to help them.
I know what you mean.
But, you know, we would never want residents to go for 45 minutes in a pretty extreme situation to wait for an ambulance to get there. And I can tell you on that scene, I constantly said, just send Northeast, send an ambulance from Northeast, and they wouldn't do it. So I think we get pretty good response times, and we give great care to the people of this area. I think we can definitely,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
add the burden of parts of St. Joe.
Especially if it's not that many runs.
Yeah.
Maybe the best option anyway.
As long as Chief Hale and Chief Bourne
Right.
are on board with it. Otherwise, we might have to figure something else out, because DuPont Estates will keep you busy.
Mhm.
Chris thought he might have a copy of that
Yes.
contract.
I know I have it, the question's gonna be how fast is it gonna, how long is it gonna take me to find it? So I use it as a case study for one of the classes I teach at night.
It was just a question, so
Yeah.
we can figure it out.
I'll dig it, and I'll have it for next.
See what, okay,
I know I have it, the question's gonna be where.
yeah, where, what you save it as.
Right. And then the date on it.
Yeah,
Thanks, Chris.
okay. Any more, new business?
I've had enough questions for the day.
They're all good, they're all good. Okay, our next meeting, because of the, Christmas and New Year's Eve holiday, will be on Monday, December 22nd.
That's what we originally had. Did you
Was
want to
it?
move it a
I
week
thought it was-
before in the
Moving it
15th?
up a week.
Yeah, the
Okay.
22nd would have been our normal meeting day.
Okay.
Do you want to move it up to the 15th to get it away from Christmas holiday and all that?
That would be great.
It makes me no difference, I'm open to,
I'm not allowed to say anything.
I know.
Yeah, I think
Inside
December 15th is good.
Would that be better?
Yeah.
You too, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we'll do it the 15th. No problem. All right. Any input from the public? Yes.
Two things. One, Brian already kind of talked about it, but it was brought up at the Springfield meeting. Brian was there, and Steve was there, but we are having a meeting with all the entities to talk about the repairs and the letter, both your letters.
To the roof.
The roof and the
Fire escape.
fire escape. Also, it was brought up at that meeting too, is where is the board with leases for either building? I want to bring up either building, but mainly the Grabill building. The last time that anybody can remember, the lawyer was supposed to reach out to the other lawyers, and I talked to our lawyer, and he has not heard from the district lawyer about the leases. I know Bill wrote one, but I don't know where it went from there.
Yes, Bill wrote one, and you are correct. I think Bill and our lawyer, Chris, were the only ones that have been talking recently, but I don't know if they've done anything on that lease, and I don't know, I have no idea if our lawyers actually talked to your lawyer or Graves.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But I don't even know that he's ever reached out. But
Okay.
But I know the lawyer's not been given a lease to even review.
I'd say it's a safe assumption.
So,
But I will find out with ours, as we just brought up before with everything else going on, that nothing has been done that I'm aware of, Scott.
okay. Just because it'll come up at next week's meeting,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And if I hear anything in the meantime, I'll let you know.
Okay.
If it's before, when's your meeting?
The 4th.
The 4th?
The 4th at Grabill.
Okay.
So, and I believe all the entities will be there as far as I know. So, and then I have a couple letters that we received in September from the Indiana Department of Revenue. There was a problem with the WH3 withholdings for 22 and for 23. They're being handled, but I just want you guys to have copies of them.
All
I'm
right.
going to take two and pass them around. I'll give you each set. It says that there'll be fines. There could be fines. I don't know what those are yet, but they will be. There's two. The letters look exactly the same. There's just two different dates on them.
They're a packet or two. Yeah.
So there's two. There's two more. They're all the same. I just give everybody the same copy.
Gotcha now.
Thank you.
Everybody got one?
Yep.
Okay. So they are being dealt with by the township's accountant, but I just want you guys to have them. We'll deal with them. It does say that there could be penalties up to $25,000. I have no idea what they'll be. They haven't got back to us with any kind of penalties. But as far as I know, it was brought up also at the Springfield meeting that some bills are still coming in. As far as I know, and Mark asked this in that meeting. As far as I know, these are the last bills that the township has received recently. So these came in September. I have not seen any bills since then. And there was a couple bills I think before that, but they were handed to the chief. So we'll take care of these and then go from there.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So there's bills coming in from
There was early on, like there was some April, then there was some July.
of this year.
Yeah, but I think that they were just calling the wrong number or whatever. So
Okay.
Lori takes the phone call. She'll usually direct them to the fire station.
Well, and she has made sure that I got the
Yeah.
mail, the letters that
Yeah.
come there,
Yeah, she has done that.
but I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, as far as I know, this is the last ones. That,
And what are those for?
These are the,
that's the ones I just passed out.
Oh, from the IRS.
It's the Indiana Department of Revenue.
Or, yeah, Indiana Department, but, okay. I thought there was other,
These are the last ones that I'm aware of. So,
but there's not outstanding bills from us from this year.
not that I'm aware of. No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of at this point.
Okay.
So, at least I don't know. So, that's all I have.
Thanks, Kyle.
I'd like to add something, Scott. When you, last week, you and Lori made a statement, you've been getting letters or phone calls or something from National Oil, United Oil.
Yeah, Lori made a statement of that.
Well, I checked it a month and a half ago, and Mark checked last week. In the last 3 months, we paid over $8,000 to them, and they've never been no delinquent bill at all this year.
Okay.
So
I
don't
didn't
know.
take the call, I don't know. So, but I will inform Lori of that as well. Okay,
All right, thank you, Scott.
thank you.
Do we have a lease with Springfield?
Not yet, it's getting worked on with that.
Oh, I just didn't know, I'm just asking.
We got 2 buildings, we gotta get the lawyers and all of that, which again is, everything's taking longer because we've gotta get lawyers involved.
And I will say, I don't know what's gonna happen at that meeting next week, right? But I would assume, because it was brought up at the Springfield meeting, and Mark was there, well, most of us were there, but it was brought up that, you know, it's gonna be questions of, the entities are gonna ask that question of what's going on with the buildings, what's going on with the leases, because I'm not saying that they're not fixed, I'm not saying that that decision won't be made that night, but it will be brought up that we don't have leases.
So that what you're saying is, since we don't have a lease, they wanna kick us out?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I just said that
Sounds like
Because if they
it's
can't,
questionable paying for the rug.
that's fine.
Not paying out,
as far as I know, it was talked about at the lease meeting that we had here with the lawyer, your lawyer, and I think that was the only lawyer that was here.
Bill
It was
Harris
talk-
was there, but that was it.
What's that?
Bill was there, but that was
Oh,
it.
Bill, yeah, Bill was there. I believe it was talking about some sort of a, I don't know, like a $1 or $3 lease for so many years, but I don't remember why. But it was brought up that we should still have this meeting to talk about the repairs that need to happen. But then at the same time, Mark was there, and Mark and I both said that we probably should have a meeting to talk about leases as well, but I would assume it's gonna come up next week as well. So I just wanted to try and get in front of it. If we could get an answer, if you might have an answer by then, that'd be great too.
We'll definitely contact our attorney, I appreciate you bringing that
Yeah.
up, so.
And Mark brought this up at that meeting. I did talk to our lawyer, and he has not been contacted or given anything to review at this point.
We'll definitely get a hold of our lawyer and get it figured out.
And if something gets happened, somebody wants to make a phone call, and I'll be glad to move it along on my end.
Okay.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Anybody else have anything? Okay. I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second?
Yes, sir.
Okay, moved and seconded. Adjourn.